Hey y'all, it's Honey Bxby and I just skipped class with the progress report.
The progress report.
What's going on? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard. This is a new episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report, and we got Honey Bxby in the building. How you feeling?
I feel good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Miss a nail. Ooh.
You say you missing a nail?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's in the bag.
Well, period. So you can pop it back on.
Oh,
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I've been hearing your name for a long time. It's crazy, like just getting different emails and just texts and just different DJs and stuff. So it's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, where are you from?
I'm from Jersey. I'm from Asbury.
Asbury, Jersey.
Yeah, it's like Jersey Shore. It's really little. It's like 1 square mile.
How was it growing up there?
It was like regular hood baby shit. You know, doing shit you ain't got no business doing, being on the side of town you ain't got no business being on. Like, yeah.
Okay, so like I grew up in the Midwest. So like, what was some stuff y'all did for fun out there?
So like when I was younger, cause they don't even do it no more in Asbury, like everybody would be at like the basketball court and everybody in the hood would be at the basketball court or in the manor, in the hallways, doing not a motherfucking thing, running around every part of town. I was on lockdown when I was younger. Like I wasn't allowed to go outside at all. So only time I was allowed to go outside was when I was at my cousin's house. So me and my cousin would be like, we don't want to stay here. We want to go to her house, and we would go to her house and we would run rapid around fucking Asbury, just being baby kids, like just wanting to be seen. Like, we gotta be seen. That's what we used to do.
Got you. That's what's up. It's always at the cousins. Always with the cousins.
Yes.
Like, always. So yeah. Okay. So have you always lived there? Are you still there now?
No, I'm definitely out. Been out of there for a minute now. But I've always lived there. Like that's where I'm from. That's where I was raised. But I switched schools a lot. Like I went to Ocean Township. I lived in Elizabeth. I went to Elizabeth. I graduated in Kingsburg. I went to fucking Toms River South. Like so.
Damn, that is a lot of schools. Okay. So since we skipping class, what type of student were you?
I had really good grades, okay? I had really good grades. When I got to Kingsburg, I like relaxed a lot more like my junior year because my sophomore year, I got into this really big fight and they like basically like kicked me out of school. So I didn't finish my sophomore year of high school. Wow. And then my junior year came back around and I was like, I just need to not be doing shit. But when I was at Asbury, I was skipping class like a bitch. I was leaving school skipping class.
Oh my
God. I was outside.
Oh my God.
I was definitely a baby kid at Asbury, like for sure. I did not give a fuck. Like,
yeah. That's funny. Okay, so what point of your life did you get into music?
When my mama, you know, popped me out that thing.
Period.
You know, it was up. It was up and stuck. Yeah. My daddy, he's into music. Okay. So when I was younger, I was just very much exposed to it at a very young age. He told me that when I was around 2 years old, I just wanted to be very invested into what he was doing. So he just told me that like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. So obviously your parents are supportive of you being an artist now.
My mama is my biggest fan. Every day is something. Like I could step off the chair and she'll be like, oh my God, baby, I'm so proud of you.
That's what's up.
She's definitely number one supporter. But yeah, my family's very supportive. My parents are supportive. So yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, when I hear your music, I'm like, her voice is so strong. Like it comes from like, it's so strong. So like, when did you like discover your voice and like, did you do like vocal training or that's just natural?
I never did vocal training until like now. I don't know. Like when I was hitting puberty, I probably sounded so bad. My brothers tell me that I sounded so horrible, but if you ask me, I always sounded good. Like you couldn't tell me shit. I'm just now learning the power of my voice though, and like I'm learning like people have like tones and stuff like that.
Facts.
I just thought I was just doing shit. Like, I could sing, so that's all that mattered to me. Shit.
Nah, you definitely
hit a note
sing.
or two.
Like yeah. Okay. So how long have you been on your journey just being an artist, and when did you decide to pursue it as a career?
I've been Honey Bxby since 2019. I came out as like an artist. I dropped my first single. And when I was in high school, I was like, all right, when I graduate high school, then I'm gonna like really start investing in myself and putting myself out there. Because when I was in high school, I just didn't want nobody to be looking me up on the internet and being like, yeah, I heard you're going to school. Yeah, I heard your song. I seen you post this on it. Like, I just didn't like that. Like, I have a big fear of public embarrassment. And I just thought it was gonna be so embarrassing for me to be in school. Like, just trying to do music was so awkward for me. So I was like, when I graduate, I'm gonna do it. And then I graduated and I fucking did it. Wow. And then it took me until 2022 to get discovered. So like 3 years. Yeah. I got discovered in 3 years. So that's not bad.
Nah, definitely. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that too. Like, first, what's your name?
My real name?
Yeah, what's your name?
It's a Keyshia.
What is a Keyshia? Yeah. That's different. What does it mean anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You ain't never asked your peoples?
No, my mama just said she made it up. Like, she said she just made it up. So I don't know where the hell she got that from. Barbara,
that's creative.
You be bugging. But yeah.
That's creative.
Yeah, that's my real name.
That's pretty though. It's different.
Thank you.
So, okay, so with Honey Bxby, where did that come from and why the X instead of the A in baby?
So this is the story. So when I was in high school, Bryson Tiller had dropped a song called Honey. And my hair was blonde. And my skin, I felt like, was just a little bit darker than it is now. I felt like honey. Like, I felt like, yeah, like, I'm honey. I'm about to call myself honey because I'm about to call myself a Keyshia because y'all not about to chop my name up. Hell no. They already doing it in the schools. Fuck no. So I started calling myself Honey, and then in 2019, I was writing this song where I was like talking shit, and I just called myself Honey Bxby, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have an alter ego to my alter ego. So I'm talking about love, I'm gonna call myself Honey, and then when I'm talking shit, I'm gonna call myself Honey Bxby. And then when I got discovered and all the like legal stuff with your name and stuff happened, yeah, my manager was like, you can't call yourself Honey. You're gonna have to change it. And I'm like, I don't want to change my name. Why can't I call myself Honey Bxby? Because it's already trademarked. So my Instagram name was Honey Bxby, and then that's really where the X came from. It was in my Instagram name because some bitch took the name Honey Bxby on Instagram. So thank you, bitch, because now I'm Honey Bxby.
Period.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, okay, now when we talk about R&B music, what's your thoughts on the current state of R&B music now?
I feel like R&B music is doing really good. I feel like the only problem with people is they're just so focused on the mainstream, and there's only 2 mainstream female R&B artists right now.
Who are they?
Like SZA and Summer.
Okay.
They're the only 2 like mainstream R&B artists right now, but R&B music is lit. Like,
it is.
If you search, come on, bitch, they there. I'm here. Hello.
Period. Okay. I always feel like the best songs, R&B songs, come from the singers that experience heartbreak. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I agree. When I'm heartbroken, I could spit out so much. When I am not, I'm just like, hey, what's going on here? What do I talk about? Yeah. Like, I definitely think the best music comes from a place of hurt or just like really painful situations. Because heartbreak doesn't necessarily just come from like romantic relationships. They come from all different types of places. So yeah.
How do you get over a heartbreak?
I drink, I cry, I write, and then I go out with my friends, and then I find another nigga.
Period. It's always more efficient to see.
Yes. You gotta swim, baby, swim.
Okay.
Swim.
And I thought it was interesting how people compare you to Keyshia Cole. She's one of my personal favorite singers, so I think that's amazing. But when I heard your voice, I'm like, okay, why else do you think they compare you to her, and how does that make you feel?
I think people just compare me to her because we're ghetto. Like, like we hood bitches, like, and we singing ass hood bitches. But I mean, it feels good to be compared to somebody that's like iconic. Absolutely. But it definitely is. it's like hard to be compared to somebody that's iconic, because when you're compared to somebody like that's up here and you're still growing, nobody want to hear that shit. Like, nobody want to hear this bitch sound like Keyshia Cole. No, the fuck, somebody called me Keyshia Coleslaw. Like, damn. So I'm
You are funny.
I'm not feeling the comparisons because they're eating me up. Like, please stop calling me that girl, because they don't like it. Fuck.
I feel where you coming from with that. Like
What
I
is
said.
so motherfucking funny back there?
Yo. Okay, so have you met Keyshia yet?
I have not met her yet.
What would you say to Keyshia when you meet her?
Girl, they keep calling me Keyshia Coleslaw and I don't like it. Can you tell them to stop? Fuck.
I'm weak, man.
Shit.
Okay, now you mentioned earlier dealing with a heartbreak that you write. So do you write your music, or do you collaborate, or do you like freestyle or R&B? How does that work for you?
I write, I collaborate, I do it all. Like, I don't have a problem collaborating with other artists, because, you know, working with other creatives builds up your craft. Like,
That's
you're working
facts.
with people that are doing the same thing you're doing, and if they're fire, like, what the fuck is the problem? I know I could write a song. You could write a song too. Let's make a motherfucking song. Shit in me.
Okay. And congratulations for signing a deal.
Thank you.
So, you know, where were you at when you learned that you was gonna get signed, and how did it come about?
So I was in the car driving to the studio, and my manager told me that I had a meeting with Atlantic, and it was just so nonchalant, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
And it was really like, the way he said it was kind of like, I don't know if we're gonna go or not, but you might have a meeting, so just make sure don't do anything on that day. And I ended up going to the meeting and playing some music, and then they invited me to their Christmas party. I was there with K Mac and James, and then a week later I went back there to meet with the head of the label. I met with Julian Kaiser, and then I found that I was getting signed that day. So then it was around the time that I was getting signed, it was like the books were like closed, so I had to wait until the new year came around, because I was December. So I got signed to January, and I signed with Rebirth and Art of War, which is like my management company, and Atlantic.
Okay.
So,
That's what's up.
yes.
Okay, so what's some of the differences that you maybe noticed just from the, you know, being signed from versus when you was independent?
Well, like, I feel like you still have to put in the same amount of work.
Definitely.
Like, I feel like people see major label and think, oh yeah, like, you just got it made for you. Like, no, you really do gotta work. You still gotta prove yourself, because they're looking for the next big thing. Like, so you gotta prove to them like you're the next big thing. It's like, all right, we see you got potential. Now what are you gonna do now that you're signed? It's a lot more pressure to being signed to a major label instead of being independent, because when you're independent, you're kind of moving on your own time. Like, you know what you're in for. With a label, it's kind of just like, it's a lot. It could be a headache. It's not what everybody thinks it is.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of headaches, a lot of fights. So, yeah.
Got you. How do you cope with everything, like, and still stay creative?
I let my management handle it.
Shout out to the team.
Shout out to the motherfucking team.
Yeah.
I let my management handle it, because I don't really I don't deal with that. So my management, they just like make sure that I don't necessarily hear things that stress me out, or keep my mind focused on things that I don't need to be focused on, because at the end of the day, if one thing's for sure and two things for certain, my management is going to get it the fuck done with or without a label. So.
Period. Respect. Okay. Do you have any dream collabs?
Drake, Kehlani. Yes, those are my two top collabs.
I like that.
I get that, and I'm lit.
For sure. Coming soon.
It's real soon.
Okay. So didn't you start off on your YouTube doing like makeup and beauty videos?
Yes, so when I graduated high school,
Okay.
that was like, YouTube was like one of the things that I wanted to do. So I started off doing like YouTube tutorials on like my hair and stuff. And it started moving really fast. Like 3 videos in, I was like gaining massive amounts of subscribers from where I started when I was in cosmetology school. And then I dropped out of cosmetology school, and I was still kind of making that type of content. And then I stopped. And then I started making like stripper vlogs and stuff like that. And that started boosting my channel right back up because everybody was like fascinated in like the nightlife and stuff like that. And then it didn't last long because I stopped doing it. So no more vlogs. Sorry, she's not in the club no more. She's not about to do hair tutorials anymore.
No more.
No, I don't even wear my natural hair out. So it's like,
yeah. But I thought it was cool that you kept that on there on your channel though.
Yeah, I'm never gonna take it down.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, I feel like there's no need to. Like, I'm not hiding it from nobody.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's cool to go back on.
Absolutely.
Like, people that don't know me or when they first discover me, they go back and they're like, oh my God.
Right.
Like, she's not fake, she's real. Yes. This is me in real life.
For sure. For sure. So, okay, our keyword is progress. This is the progress report. So you can either tell me your definition of the word progress or how have you progressed lately as a person?
I feel like the word progress to me is growth, because if you're not making progress, you're stuck in the same spot forever. And I'm trying to sprout, you know, like the roses. So I'm definitely making progress. Great progress report. It's all A's right now.
Absolutely.
Maybe a B when it comes to me listening.
I'm weak.
What?
Oh, he said a C.
I'm a motherfucking B plus, bitch.
I'm a
You're
B+.
a motherfucking C minus. Wow. How about that?
Well, I love your personality, so I look forward
Thank
to seeing
you.
you progress, and I look forward to the next interview.
Thank you. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having me.
Of course.
The Progress Report.